Hello, it's Victoria Pendragon again. I would like to tell you the story. This is a story from probably the late 1990s. And it was one of those magical things. My husband, Dodd, is my second husband, and I had decided to go to the beach for the weekend. And we had a friend with us, and we decided to take the whole weekend and spend a night in this kind of horrible looking little motel that we had passed but never been in before. And the Saturday was gorgeous, beautiful. And we had dinner, we went back to our rooms, and the motel was everything it promised to be. The sort of place where you thought people had just been brought there to be killed or something. It was horrifying. I barely slept. But it was the only motel around, just so you know. Didn't pick this out on purpose. There was no other motel near that particular beach. But we wanted this weekend, this sort of extra, so like a little mini vacation. Got up in the morning after a fitful couple of hours probably of sleep, and it was pouring rain. Pouring rain. The kind that you know is going to go on all day. Well, there we were, and we had just spent our time and our money on this dreadful motel room, and we decided, well, let's make the best of this. We're on the Jersey Shore. We were up near New York City. We thought we'll go down the shore and visit lighthouses, because two of us, anyway, not Dodd, enjoyed visiting lighthouses. So we set out and set to go down the route, I think it might be 9, that goes right close to the ocean. And the next little bunch of towns that came all in a row, among them was a place called Asbury Park. I think it's where Bruce Springsteen comes from. And so we blow into town along with the wind and the rain. And as we're driving through town, we knew there was no lighthouse there. We had a map to the lighthouses. And we're driving through near the ocean, just looking at things. And I spotted this ancient-looking convention hall. You can tell old convention halls. They have a look. And this is the kind of place where it looked like a standing ruin. It had once been painted in pretty colors. You could see pinks and yellows and greens, and the paint was chipping off and falling away. And there was a big, big banner on it, billowing, and it said, Crystal Show. And it was blowing in the wind. And it was the most unlikely looking place for anything to be. It looked like it was about to fall down. And I was like, Crystal Show, let's go. So we parked the car and got our umbrellas out and got in. And here was this vast hall, mostly empty, save for maybe 20 tables, kind of tucked away. And I had been looking for a wand with a crystal on it, actually. Something that I could use in my healing practice in case I needed to have people write something that they would write it with this wand, I thought, and then we would, burn it or bury it or whatever special thing we were going to do with it. And right in the middle of the 20 tables, there was one table laid out with the most beautiful man behind the table. Just, I can't even tell you. Beautiful brown skin, deep, beautiful eyes, lovely body. And on a table in front of him were about 6 wands. And that was all. Just big table, Beautiful man, 6 wands. I was drawn to him immediately, and the wands. I just made a beeline right for that table. It was as though it was there just for me. It was like a crazy dream, is what it was like. And I went over, and there was the exact sort of a thing that I was looking for. Very tiny, very slim. I still have it. I should have brought it out. It's only about that long, copper, wrapped, little crystal on either end. And I purchased it. This thing that I had been looking for, really, for a couple of years, and couldn't find what I wanted. And there it was. I didn't even need to look at anything else. It really, literally felt as though I was meant to just walk in there and get this wand and walk away. I turned to my left to find my husband and my friend who were ambling around looking at things. And there on that table was the most gorgeous orange gemstone of some sort. I don't remember what it was called because I don't remember anything. And it was just beautiful. I'd never seen anything like it. I wanted it. Didn't need it. Hadn't desired it, wasn't looking for it. I just wanted it. And I felt that feeling that you get when you want to possess something. But I had just spent my money on the wand, and I didn't have a boatload. So I had to pass it by. And I thought to myself, well, you know what, sometime, when I'm ready for that stone, it'll show up. It hasn't yet. I don't know what it was. I've never seen anything that even comes close to it. It was like fire in a crystal form. So I found my husband, my friend. I said, I'm done. And we left. And we went on, we visited lighthouses and had a wonderful time. But it was a very fascinating little experience, this. It was like stepping into another dimension, quite literally, in this ancient, falling apart space, finding one thing that I had been looking for and very much wanted, and another thing that I wasn't ready for yet. All in the middle of this huge storm. Just a beautiful little moment that I carry with me. And I wanted to share it. I wish you beautiful moments like that. Beautiful moments don't always mean that you get exactly what you want. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they mean you're shown something that you can't have yet. Or maybe ever. But just a glimpse of something remarkably beautiful. I can still picture that stone too. Life is amazing. Have fun.